Hi, it's Jen from Shabby Fabrics. I'm excited to be back continuing our Simply Sweet Table Topper series. We're halfway through the year with this. This is the July project. Really fun, patriotic with our stars and our firecrackers with a collection from Blank Textiles called Fired Up. I just thought it was a really fun collection. We even did a second project here. It's actually back behind me. That's a foundation paper piecing series. If you haven't checked out those videos, be sure to do that. I am actually not that experienced in foundation paper piecing. I have been quilting far longer, and I am just having a blast with this series. So if you've never checked that out, be sure to do that. Kits available. And of course, these coordinate. That'd be nice to have two projects the same. So as I said, halfway through our full 12-month program, I cannot believe this is our 6th month. Kits, again, you know, it's so fun when we can have something to display in that special location for each one of the months of the year to really just celebrate what that month is all about. Here in America, of course, our Independence, 4th of July, patriotic, we're definitely celebrating that. And what's different about the July one is on the previous months, we always did a lot of hand embroidery detail, kind of, again, surrounding that center. But here on this one, the focus will be an unexpected embellishment. And that's because we wanted to really give that illusion that our firecrackers had been lit and we're about to launch into the sky with their beautiful starbursts of our fireworks. So when we were brainstorming, how can we do that? We knew we wanted to bring in some metallic thread. So the metallic thread this month will include, the threads, I should say, for this month will include 4 of your 50 weight cottons, that 12 weight cotton we've been using to, again, really kind of almost emboss some of our shapes. But this time we also have a really beautiful metallic. We'll be using that in combination with some gold sequins and beads, which are included in your kit, along with all of these shapes being pre-fused and laser cut. I just love when I can skip the tracing and the cutting and really just jump into the fun, because that's the part I enjoy the most out of all. So as you can see, you're just peeling that back. You can see the nice shine. And that, of course, is where all of your shapes will be laid down. Now, last month, I gave you an option for the way to prepare really the top piece, being able to do the embroidery on this part separately from this and iron it down later. With this one, because of the more delicate nature of sequins, they're really never meant to be ironed or washed. This is better to go ahead and use the way that I originally showed you to prepare the background and even this topper, to put everything together, stitch it all down, and then do the embellishment. So we're going to dive right into that. You'll want to use your straw needle. We have some beautiful beads inside your kit. Really fun way to use beads as well as a sequin. So I'm going to put that aside. That'll be what we'll be working toward. And I've just got kind of part of one prepared. So I took a single strand of this and threaded it through my needle, and I just tied a knot. So that's all you're seeing right here. So to build our fun little spark there for each of our firecrackers, we'll start with a sequin with the cup upward. And you can see from our sequins, they definitely have a very defined upwardness. So we're going to choose a distance midpoint from the bottom of the stick to the edge, probably about right there, and just right in the middle of where that stick is. And we'll come up. I'm using a straw needle, and we'll thread that sequin on so the cup is upward. Be hard to grab sometimes. And everything will be really anchoring around that. Now, as you can see here on this one, we're just going to be going north, south, west, and east, and then in those quadrants. That's all we're doing. But each time we'll be adding a bead. It's such a nice effect to help accentuate the kind of pretending there's a little explosion there. It's nice when you can get your beads and just put them in a bowl, and you're just picking it up a bead really with your needle, because they're pretty tiny and they're easy to lose. So I find it easier to grab with my needle than my fingers. just choose your distance. Let's say we like that distance, and you'll come down. And if you got, it's a little grabby, this is where the thread magic is very, very helpful in taming that metallic thread. So it's not quite as grabby. And we'll get everything smoothed out. Just like that. Now, I'm going to come up toward the top. Oh, probably about right there. Making sure it's smooth on the back. And again, picking up another bead and going to the middle. Sometimes it helps if you hold that thread off to the side. It goes a little smoother. You can see how that happens. And just push your bead wherever you want it to be. Then we'll come to the sides and just keep doing the same step. Up. Make sure it's smooth in the back. Pick up our bead and back toward the middle. That worked really well, actually holding that thread and kind of creating almost a little bit of tension. It went down a lot smoother, less drag. Metallic thread has always had a mind of its own. And I think that's why people invented things like thread magic for those awesome threads we want to use, but can be a little bit more challenging to use, but they're worth it because they're so pretty. Okay, and then we keep going, and you get the gist of it, right? Out there, add the bead, out here, there, there. So again, just bringing this into focus here. These beads can travel, so just push them to the outside, and then you'll go ahead and tie off, and then you'll just start again at your very next firecracker. Easy peasy. And you have a beautiful Project to display for the month of July. So much is coming your way. Of course, we've got the Simply Sweet table topper as we continue through the last 6 of those series. Here, we've got, I think we're just 4 of those underway. Check out those videos, really fun to do, and so much more. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and hit that bell. That way you automatically know whenever there's a new video. That's where you're going to see all that's on deck here. So much more coming your way. I hope you're enjoying this series. I will see you next month as we continue our Simply Sweet table topper series for August.